Christina, and we're the Greatest Geeks, and we're here today to talk about Vampire Diaries episode titled Klaus. And it was a really great episode, and it not only revealed a lot of stuff, but it also hinted at more things that they can do in the future.
Mm-hmm. I felt really bad for Elijah.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't felt this bad for him since Mary Jane left him at the altar of Spider-Man 2. I did, and then you kind of saw that he even had some feelings towards Catherine. Like, she just got around.
Yeah, she did.
She just got around, but, I still love, man, Matt Davis, his acting as far as, as Allard playing Klaus is just so
creepy.
Great, because it's totally different aspect, and it is so good.
Well, let's talk. We learned that the Sun and the Moon curse is a hoax, which is actually really clever if you think about it.
Yeah, it's clever and very surprising.
The thing that they've been doing like this for this long arc, and it's like, oh, that was fake, ha 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 ha, and all these werewolves that they were trying to do the curse, like, Tyler, you can control it if we do this thing, and it turns out it was all a big hoax, and they've all been working so hard for this big hoax, and it's just interesting to see that everything that they've been doing, or I don't know how much of season 2 was plotted with the events of the first season, but them trying to get Catherine out of the tomb, and it found out it all connected back, her faking her death, which she faked her death because it all connected back to this Klaus situation, and it's just so interwebbed and amazing just how clever it all is.
Yeah, it really is. Like the commercial for this episode, of Elijah going, I believe the term you're looking for is OMG, which, you were just thinking OMG like 15 times throughout the whole entire episode. Yeah. There was just that many moments in there. And so it was just really crazy. And then, of course, Jenna found out the truth, which I wish they would have told her before. Because, but great acting on her part, too, because she really was freaked out. Like, she looked like a traumatized woman when Elena arrived, to take care of Jenna, and so she was like really tripping out, which she had every right to be, and so after the aftermath of Damon and Stefan's conversation from last week of I'll do what I need to do and you're going to be the boyfriend, there was an interesting aftermath because Damon was still, we need to do what we need to do, protect her 100%, screw her emotions, her feelings, we need to do it our way, and Stefan forced Damon to back off. And things apparently kind of worked out for Elena, but I feel that obviously something is still going to go wrong. Right.
I hope Damon doesn't screw up everything because of how he feels, but I hope somehow...
I don't know, because everybody expects him to.
Yeah.
And the show is unpredictable. So
you know what? They kind of need to give him a victory because he's having this mental breakdown.
He is. Like, he's about to snap, man.
He already snapped in the beginning of this season and put him in a position where I don't see how it's very likely that he could recover his relationship with Elena at all as far as friendship, and it seems, that they did. But, Stefan said, I have her respect. Damon needs to do something to earn their respect, because right now he's just a loose cannon. He's a dog on a chain, and Elena's pulling that chain. But they need to know that he can be trusted to roam free a little bit.
That whole scene was so cool. He's like, keeps me off, away from what I really want. It keeps me distracted from what I really want. And Steph's just like, yeah, I know, you're in love with my girlfriend. Like, it was just a good scene. I absolutely loved it.
We also found out that we didn't find out the origin of the vampires. I'm like, basically we'll explain that another time. It's just how Elijah brushed it off.
I really wanted to know that, man.
But you also found out that there's a family of immortals, or the originals rather, and we've only met 2 out of 7 children. Right. So there could be more ultra powerful villains, And
also they were the ones that spawned the whole war between the werewolf and the vampires. But they were still born as humans.
Yeah. So we don't even know how they became vampires.
They gave you questions, but you're so wanting to know so much more. And they just leave you with a big ton of curiosity.
Yeah, they kind of left you with kind of more questions than
what you had before.
Yeah. And then the questions we have now we weren't even thinking about them, and now we are.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what's going to happen, what's going to be the end result of everything. And Elena's like, oh, we can survive if we do it this way, and I can live, But I know next week, I saw the commercial, and Damon's gonna say, "I don't want to lose you" or something. So he's not gonna go down quietly. Mm-hmm. And I want to see Damon redeemed. He was just having such a breakdown with Andy, and I was afraid he was gonna kill her. And when she started screaming, I was like, everyone's gonna come march in there and see that you're biting her. Which, I mean, they didn't, but but then Elena would be like, Damon, stop! And then he'd just look worse, and then that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I thought they were going to come to rescue too, but then they were probably like, oh, it's Damon again.
I thought it was interesting that Andy really cared about him.
Yeah. I thought it was cute. She's like, you didn't compel me.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I'm like, somebody cares, Damon, see? Someone cares!
But before I didn't care for her, but now I think she's kind of funny. But we know that it's not gonna.
I think I liked Annie when she first popped up, but the thing is, every time I see Andy, I'm like, Damon, please don't kill her. So I'm kind of on edge when I see her, and I'm
on edge about that with everybody because I don't really want anybody to die.
Well, I specifically don't want Damon to revert back.
I don't even want Elijah to be killed again. I like Elijah now.
Ooh, we'll see what happens, because I mean. The last episode is titled "As I Lay Dying."
That could be anybody.
I know.
It could be anybody. It literally can be anybody. Like the show is so unpredictable, and they do such a good job of making you like every character. Like, well, okay, well, sure, that person killed that person and did this and did that, but they're good now. Give them a second chance.
Well, so, I mean, there's people. I don't like Uncle John. I don't like.
Oh no, John.
I think
John
it's
Gilbert.
Jules. I want her to die, and I was looking for the time when Damon comes and just kills her, because I figure who else is gonna kill her? It's gotta be Damon. I mean, she killed Rose, his friend. So.
Well, I'm very curious. I mean, and then also they didn't touch anything with the Caroline and her mother's story and Matt's story this episode.
Well, so apparently everything's gonna come to a head next week, because I saw it. Matt in the previews, I think I saw Damon knock him out, and he had a gun in the forest, and they're like, one of her friends is going to do something to screw something up, and they showed everybody, which I don't know who that's going to be. I'm like, oh, I just don't know.
But I don't want Matt to die, and
I don't want Matt to die.
Because they just, everybody just can't be super, I think it's, supernatural or whatever. I think they need somebody. I know they have Jeremy, but Jeremy needs to fall into the footsteps of a vampire hunter or something. But they need to have somebody normal.
Yeah, I mean, you still have Alaric, but, I'm so glad he survived his ordeal. Yeah. I'm so glad.
Yeah, but I'm so worried now.
I'm still worried, but I'm like, oh, at least he's going to make it out the house. Because I saw he's the one, he comes back, I saw in the preview, he comes back to the house. So he's, he's going to at least make it to halfway to the next episode.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I really don't want him to die.
Man, I don't want anybody to go except for the.
I really wish he wouldn't have given John his ring back. I really don't like Uncle John.
Well, technically, can't Bonnie do another spell?
I guess technically Bonnie could do whatever the crap she wanted.
Yeah, because he definitely needs the ring, because I do not want anything to happen to Lark. Well, anyways, tell us what you think. Leave your comments below. I'm Katrina.
I'm Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks.